I want to talk about how essential it is to understand the business cycle, to understand the ups and downs of the business cycle in the market and the economy, and how it directly impacts your world. It's really important to understand these concepts, not only for surviving, but for flourishing. So if you're interested, stick around. However, keep in mind that we are indeed in a global economy now. It is very global. And what happens in one market generally happens in the rest of the markets to a certain degree. Oftentimes, when the Fed, when governments around the world want to stimulate the economy, they're going to put that interest rate down. Okay. And when the interest rate is down, in some cases it goes down to zero, right? They want to stimulate the economy. And when you have that interest rate at a very low rate or at zero, okay, there are businesses all over that are going to be able to take advantage of that low interest rate. Businesses that want to grow are going to be able to take out loans at better rates, okay? And so they're going to have more money available. Inflation is growing. It's becoming out of hand. It's a little out of hand. It's a little excessive, okay? Over the past few years or so, because of the money printing that went on, and which has been going on globally now for many years, but just over the past 3-4 years or so, all this money went on. They call it quantitative easing, right? That basically means just printing money, right? And so with all of that extra money in the economy, your dollars, your euros, your pesos, because there's more supply, each peso, each euro, each dollar is becoming less valuable, right? It's becoming devalued, okay? And you're seeing currency devaluation and you're seeing inflation. So everything is becoming more expensive, right? Because in many cases, your currency is becoming less valuable because they're printing more and more of it. Your currency is becoming less valuable and you're seeing more inflation, okay? Now, in order to keep that inflation in check, you're going to see the Federal Reserve come out and they're going to talk about raising the interest rate. Okay, raising the interest rate to try to stabilize that inflation rate to make sure it doesn't get out of control. Okay, and hopefully to reduce it back down to a level that's more appropriate and more conducive to a healthy economy, right? And so you're going to see that interest rate raise up. Okay. And oftentimes you don't see it right away. There's oftentimes a delay in the impact, right? Beforehand, a few years ago, the interest rates were low. Now they raise those interest rates back up. Okay. Now all that money that was flowing before a couple years ago, now businesses, because that interest rate is really high, businesses are not going to be actively seeking all of these extra loans, to help grow their business because the interest rate is so much higher, right? They're not incentivized to take out further money and take out further loans. Okay. And so oftentimes you're going to see that contraction then when the interest rates are higher. Okay. If the interest rate goes up, as an example, you're not going to see it right away. I've noticed that there may be at least a year, maybe like a year delay before you personally see the effects of what's happening there because it takes time to roll all of these things over. Okay? So it moves in a cycle. The interest rate paired off with the inflation rate, right? This business cycle that you see here. As your interest rates go up, your interest rates go down. Okay. You're going to see jobs are more plentiful when the interest rate is down. Businesses start to contract more and more when those interest rates go up. So stay smart and try to keep your ears open and try to understand how that works. Okay. It'll help you not only to survive, but to thrive in these types of markets. Okay. I hope that this was interesting. I hope that this created some value for you. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Please subscribe. If you need anything, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Take care now. Hasta luego.